Someone tried to kill Sam Altman, allegedly. Early in the morning on April 10th, a Molotov cocktail was thrown at Sam Altman's home in San Francisco. The suspect was arrested 2 hours later, trying to break into OpenAI's headquarters, carrying a jug of kerosene, a lighter, and an anti-AI manifesto. The document apparently included a kill list of AI company CEOs and a section describing the risk that AI will wipe out humanity. The suspect has been charged with multiple crimes, including attempted murder. As an AI safety YouTuber with a bit of a following, I feel like now is a good time to share an important message with the more radical members of the AI safety community. Please don't kill Sam Altman. As a general rule, murder is wrong, and high-profile assassinations in particular are bad for society. It becomes a lot harder to resolve our differences democratically through reasonable debate and free speech if public figures keep getting killed by their opponents. Beyond being morally wrong, though, killing Sam Altman, or any tech company CEO, in the name of AI safety would be a strategic mistake. Federal authorities responded to the attack on Sam's home by saying, quote, "The FBI will not tolerate threats against our nation's innovation leaders." They have also said that they may treat the incident as an act of domestic terrorism. Terrorism does not have a good brand image, and being associated with terrorism could do real damage to the AI safety movement. Pro-AI and pro-human factions within the Republican Party are currently fighting for influence in the White House. To simplify slightly, it's basically big tech versus MAGA. Silicon Valley economic growth at all costs versus jobs, child safety, and existential risk. If a high-profile assassination causes AI safety to become associated with terrorism in America, that's probably game over for the AI safety movement within the Republican Party.
Well, if that does happen, at least Democrats will still push for AI regulation.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on that. Despite their own internal polls showing that there is massive support among voters for AI regulation, Democratic Party strategists have warned their candidates for the midterm elections not to upset pro-AI lobbying groups, because these groups are spending millions of dollars on attack ads targeting candidates who support AI regulation. You know, democracy! In the aftermath of the attempted firebombing of his home, Sam Altman made a blog post in which he loosely implied that the New Yorker magazine might be partially responsible for the attack because they had recently published a mean article about him. Based on over a dozen interviews with Sam himself, corporate documents, and more than 100 conversations with his colleagues, friends, and employees, the article portrays Sam as a compulsive liar who only cares about accumulating power and who doesn't even understand the science of machine learning very well. Apparently, he's more of a marketer than an engineer. Less Steve Wozniak, more Steve Jobs. Anyway, violent attacks like this will allow tech company CEOs to say, "It's wrong to criticize me, because doing so puts me in danger." Never mind the fact that they themselves have spent years terrifying the public by saying that their technology is insanely dangerous and could wipe out humanity. You know, normal business things for normal business people to say. When asked about the attack on his home on a podcast, Sam had this to say.
I think the doomerism talk hasn't helped. I think the way certain other labs talk about us hasn't helped. I actually don't want to make like a side statement. I think the way Anthropic talks about OpenAI doesn't help.
Oh no, a bad thing has happened. You know who might be responsible? My enemies. As if he himself hasn't said things like,
I think AI will probably, most likely sort of lead to the end of the world, but in the meantime, there will be great companies created with serious machine learning.
That clip is from 2015, a few months before the founding of OpenAI. He actually goes on to say,
I actually just agreed to fund a company that is not even really a company, sort of a semi-company, semi-nonprofit, doing AI safety research. But I think, the machine learning stuff is just working so well at this point and has so much longer to go that I think that's really important.
OpenAI was founded as a non-profit AI safety research lab. That same year, Sam wrote on his blog that the development of superhuman machine intelligence is probably the greatest threat to the continued existence of humanity, and that surviving it may not be possible. OpenAI is now a for-profit company, and maybe Sam has genuinely come to the conclusion that AI safety is not a real problem. Or maybe he's just decided that all the extinction talk is bad for business. Only he can know for sure. It is worth noting that in the early days, when OpenAI was running on charitable donations, they couldn't afford to pay their engineers nearly as much as big tech companies like Google. So the AI safety promises were used as a very effective hiring and retention tool. Many programmers took significant pay cuts to work for OpenAI because they truly believed in OpenAI's AI safety mission. They believed that OpenAI was going to save the world from AI extinction. Now that OpenAI is worth $852 billion, this hiring strategy is no longer needed. OpenAI has begun to downplay and dismiss the AI safety concerns on which it was founded, and which Sam Altman now refers to as doomerism. There's a lot of chatter online about how Sam Altman needs to be Luigi'd. This is in reference to Luigi Mangione, who allegedly shot Brian Thompson, the CEO of United Healthcare. It may not shock you to learn that despite the death of their CEO, United Healthcare is still in business. Killing Sam Altman will not stop OpenAI. They'll just pick another CEO. The only thing Sam's murder would accomplish is to irreversibly damage the reputation of the AI safety movement. If you want to take action to reduce the risk that AI will drive humanity extinct, join a peaceful protest group like Pause AI, Pull the Plug, or Fairness Jetzt. I know it's not as exciting as doing a murder, but it is genuinely more helpful. Besides, if you were going to commit acts of domestic terrorism in the name of AI safety, blowing up data centers would be way better than assassinating tech leaders. Hello? Oh, my imaginary lawyer. How's things? No, I wasn't telling them to. It was clearly a joke. No, I don't want my YouTube channel terminated. Okay, fine. I have been advised to clarify that I was joking, and obviously terrorism is not okay. I'm just saying, if you were going to do terrorism anyway, then data centers are... Like and subscribe to boost this video in the YouTube algorithm. Given the topics discussed, and especially that joke at the end, this video might get demonetized and restricted, so an extra special thank you to all my lovely backers on Patreon, who help to make it possible for me to say things that the algorithm doesn't like. Thank you to Maris Tockler for illustrating this video, and thank you to all the peaceful members of the AI safety community who are fighting for a human future. I'm Siliconversations. Thanks for watching. See you all next time. Bye for now.